Hi all, Adi here from Hans & Johns. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I really do appreciate it. Today is Wednesday, the 16th of July, and I'm going to pop into TK Maxx. I'm at County Oak in Crawley, and I'm just going to see if they've got any new Halloween stuff in. I'm not going to look at everything. I'm just going to prioritise new stuff that we haven't seen before. So yeah, let's go and see what they've got. So they had these cute little guys, little candy bowls. Thought he was sweet. I mean, you could use that as a plant pot holder, couldn't you? There's no price on that one. I like the colours of this one. $5.99. It's good they're starting to get the more traditional Halloween stuff in. And this is like a skeleton doing all sorts of yoga poses, like utensils, caddy, and that was $6.99. Thought that was quite good. Actually, it was really heavy. And then they had that little cat dish as well. Again, you could use that as a plant holder if you wanted to. And then they had this most summer weenie. That was $6.99 as well. Utensils caddy. And then there was this cat one that was $6.99 as well. Again, more traditional. And then just looking around to see if I can find anything new. And there was this utensil holder. That was $9.99. And it's got like a suite. And then they had these mats. They were really heavy. Sorry, it was flopping over when I picked it up. Really heavily beaded. And they were $9.99. And then they had this gold pumpkin one. Really, really nice. Not quite sure what you'd use it for. Maybe a display of some sort. And then they had this basket, like $14.99. I suppose you could use that as like a fruit basket, couldn't you? That was cute. And then they had this lovely, like ghosty canister with a little bat in her hair, and that was $6.99. I love the like iridescent finish on this. I bought one of these about 3 years ago. It doesn't have the bow, but it's really nice. And then they had these little cupcake sets, and I got some ghosty and pumpkin ones there. And then up the top, I just spotted this cowboy canister holding a pumpkin. Again, it's got that lovely iridescent finish on it. You've seen it before. And then there was like this mug, and it's got like a lovely like skull. $7.99. It was really heavy. And it's got like on the top, it's got like a little glitter ball there with a moon and a crow. Very substantial. Definitely haven't seen that one before. And then they had this little ghosty spoon rest. Very summer ween colours. It was $3.99. And there was the cat one. Got the cat bat next to it, but we've seen that already. And some more cupcake sets at $4.99. Some kitty cats. And then this skull canister. I thought that was quite nice actually. $7.99. It's got like moths on it. And then there was this cauldron with a frog on it. It was $9.99. An ugly looking frog. And Dracula, we've seen him before. And then there was this pumpkin like serving dish. It's really nice. You could use it just as a display piece. Again, quite heavy. And that was $12.99, which I thought was quite good for such a big piece. And there's this like Monsters Inc. That's what it reminds me of. canister, and that was $9.99. They only had one of those, and then they only had one of these as well. They're like salt and pepper shakers. They're $4.99. Day of the Dead, very cute. And then they had this little pot. So these were measuring cups, $9.99. It was all done up. I couldn't get to it. And then they had these if you're doing summerween. These pastel coloured skulls with the roses. It's $5.99. And then I'm not sure if I've seen this before. It's $12.99. The witchy legs coming out of the cauldron. And then I'm sure we've seen most of this, with this cat. And then was this next to it. Just move this out of the way. It was $12.99. It was really heavy, this one. Give it a shake. Really substantial. And they had this like Day of the Dead cat. Really nice, $12.99. And it does light up. The eyes are in it. I won't take the tags out to try stuff, guys, because it's not fair on whoever buys them. And they got loads of the like snow globes. All really nice. I've seen most of that before. But this was new. I haven't seen this before. Now this was really heavy. I couldn't believe how heavy this glass pumpkin was. $19.99. Really lovely though. But extremely heavy. And they had a couple of new wreaths in. So this one was really nice. Black and silver. And that was $14.99. Which is really good. It's quite big. And then this smaller one. And it's got like a skull and crossbones ribbon. A couple of skeleton hands. And some pumpkins. Not so sure about the glitter. I'm just trying to find a price for you. There you go, $16.99. That was nice. And then they got this more autumnal one for $6.99. That was nice. And then there was this washable doormat. I loved the ghosty one. And then the skeleton one. But I don't like the summerween colours on it. If not, I would have got that one as well. It's got like a disco ball. And then there's bats and skulls. Again, too cutesy for me. And there was a pumpkin one there, but we've seen it already. So, hello, you're coming home with me. And then there was a couple of signs like even monsters need a break and ghosts just want to have fun. And they were $14.99. And I looked for some others, but there wasn't anything. And this was lovely. So I think it's supposed to be a lamp. It's $19.99 and I was going to buy it, but I'm lucky that I happened to look underneath because the switch on it was broken. I had a look at the cushions. I couldn't see anything new apart from this really nice gold one. And that one was $16.99. Really nice. Yeah, we've seen all of that before. There was no blankets either. And we had some new picture frames. It was $4.99 for the cauldron and $5.99 for the ghosty ones. And then there was a couple of crafty bits. So there was this large crochet kit if you want to make your own trick or treat bag. So that's $7.99. So if you're artistic, I'm lucky. My daughter crochets. She's got an Etsy shop, so I can always get her to make me something like that. And then this spooky skull. Maybe you got some older children, they'd enjoy making stuff like that. That's what the back of it looks like. It's $4.99. And then they had this little cat head one. Kitten crochet. And that one was only $3.99. It's just got a picture of all the stuff that's got inside the box to make the kitty cat. And They had some really good books. Look, this witchcraft book. They had loads. They had a mythology book. They had quite a good selection. Too many to go through. And then they had this rather strange looking, like cat, black cat. I don't know if it would be a planter. Could use it for anything. It was $14.99. And then there's all these canisters, which we've definitely seen before. All different prices. And then some of those little ceramic pots I know people have been looking for. And finally, they have some mugs. They're all $4.99. I couldn't pick them all up individually, so I just did a quick scan over because I was in the queue and the queue was moving, so I'd already waited about 10 minutes to be served, so I didn't want to hold anybody up. Yeah, so it's nice to finally see that the mugs have arrived. They had some really nice ones. I love the ones with the iridescent finish on it. They're my favourite, but I have no room. Hi guys, I'm back in the car. Sorry about the noise. There's a car alarm going off over there. They did have a few new bits, but not a huge amount. But the question is, can I leave a TK Maxx without buying something around Halloween? No, of course I can't. So I bought this. A washable doormat. I did buy a grey and white one a couple of weeks ago that I've put under my office chair. Actually, it's working out really well, so I'm really pleased with that. And I just bought this little £2.49 make your own macrame, is it? I don't know how you say that. Little toadstool for my daughter because she loves anything with mushrooms on it. I will go to another store hopefully tomorrow. I can do that. So yeah. Oh, shall I tell you a little story? Oh, let me tell you a little story. Do you want to hear a little story about a celebrity? Some of you mightn't even know who he is. So he came down the wrong way of the queue, you know, like it zigzags in TK Maxx. Well, he just came in the exit, and I was like, oh, okay, so are you going to queue jump? But luckily I don't think he did it on purpose, in fairness. The lady on the till was like, no, so she served me first. And then it turned out that he was actually parked next to me in the car. So I know he lives quite locally, but I thought it was quite amusing anyway. There you go.